is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. For themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything.
Let's talk about one of the wildest stories unraveling in Hollywood right now. And it all starts with none other than Katt Williams. The man isn't just a comedian. He's a full-blown truth teller, someone who's never been afraid to call out the hidden darkness in the entertainment industry. Whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Katt has a way of dropping bombshells that leave everyone scrambling. And this time, he's coming for Diddy, and the fallout is shaking the entertainment world to its core.
And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you.
So let's rewind for a second. If you've been living under a rock, here's the rundown. Sean Diddy Combs, the music mogul who built an empire off his Bad Boy Records label and a string of iconic hits, has found himself in the middle of a scandal so massive it's got people questioning everything. And Katt? Oh, he's been predicting this storm for months. In fact, he practically called it like a psychic at a carnival. Back in January, during his now infamous appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast, Katt warned us that 2024 was going to be the year of reckoning for the so-called untouchables in Hollywood. His words, all of these big-time deviants are catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. And now, here we are.
All lies will be exposed, that's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Diddy's arrest was the catalyst, but the whispers about him have been brewing for years. From his extravagant parties to his alleged behind-the-scenes dealings, the man's name has long been tied to stories that most people were too scared to say out loud. But not Katt. He's been on record talking about why he turned down invitations to Diddy's infamous gatherings, claiming they weren't just parties, but, well, something else entirely. Diddy be wanting to party, and you've got to tell him no, Katt said, during that same podcast interview. I did. I got the receipts. That's why I can say all this freely. And let's not forget the baby oil comment. Oh, you thought that was just a joke. No. Katt doubled down during one of his live stand-up sets, referencing the federal raids on Diddy's homes earlier this year. According to Katt, investigators found a suspiciously large number of bottles of baby oil during the search. He joked P. Diddy's lawyer said he probably bought it at Costco. Costco fired back. We don't even sell baby oil. The crowd roared with laughter. But the underlying message was clear. There's something seriously strange about what's been going on behind closed doors.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club.
The timing of Diddy's arrest couldn't be more ironic. For someone who spent decades building his public persona as a flashy, larger-than-life figure, his fall from grace has been swift and brutal. Federal agents swooped in on September 16, taking him into custody on charges that range from racketeering to trafficking. And let's not sugarcoat it. These aren't the kind of accusations you just brush off. Diddy pleaded not guilty, but the details that have leaked since his arrest are painting a picture that's anything but clean.
Diddy would be throwing all his celebrity mates under the bus.
I mean, that could potentially be coming when it's time for court and when it's time for him to testify. But what we're seeing right now is how important public relations really are to Sean Combs. He's desperately trying to control the narrative behind bars, allowing his attorneys to do
Here's where it gets even messier. Katt Williams didn't just predict Diddy's troubles. He practically orchestrated the public's perception of them. After news of the arrest broke, Katt took to social media to share a now viral video that poked fun at the situation. In the clip, Diddy's face was superimposed onto a scene from the iconic 1991 film New Jack City, where Wesley Snipes' character tries to pin the blame on someone else in court. It's hilarious, sure, but it also hits a nerve. The message: if Diddy is going down, he's not going down alone. And social media. Oh, it's eating this drama up like it's Thanksgiving dinner. Fans and critics alike are flocking to Katt's posts, praising him for not just making jokes, but for speaking what they believe to be the truth. One user summed it up perfectly. Katt Williams might tell a joke, but he won't tell a lie. Diddy's about to take everyone down with him. Mark my words. Another person chimed in saying, oh, think Diddy's gonna just sit there and take it. Nah, he's gonna spill the tea on half the industry. The floodgates have opened, and conversation is bigger than just Diddy now.
Because I'm blackballed. But the truth is, in 20 years, I've never been on a commercial audition in my life. Like, I never let my tour get sponsored when I was broke or now,
But let's not forget that Katt isn't just pointing fingers for the sake of it. He's also been vocal about the broader culture in Hollywood, calling out the power dynamics that let people like Diddy operate unchecked for so long. According to Katt, the entertainment industry thrives on secrecy, and stars are often forced into compromising situations to protect their careers. This isn't just about Diddy, Katt said in an interview earlier this year. This is about a system that's been broken for decades. People think Hollywood is all glitz and glam, but it's a machine, and that machine will eat you alive if you let it. And let's talk about those infamous parties for a second. If you haven't heard about Diddy's so-called freak-offs, let us paint you a picture. These were events shrouded in mystery with rumors of hidden cameras, bizarre rituals, and celebrity guests who were allegedly forced to sign airtight, non-disclosure agreements. According to some who've spoken out, these parties were less about fun and more about control, with Diddy allegedly using them to gather leverage over some of the biggest names in the game.
I can't win over there because I don't play. I don't participate. Like, you can't buy me, not because I'm not for sale. You can't buy me because I'm not in the store.
Now, here's where it gets even juicier. After Diddy's arrest, reports started surfacing about the evidence collected during those federal raids earlier this year. And let us tell you, it's not looking good. Sources claim that investigators found flash drives containing hours of footage from these parties, with some of Hollywood's most recognizable faces allegedly caught in compromising situations. And the kicker, at least some of this footage reportedly came from hidden cameras installed in Diddy's homes. If this is true, it's not just a scandal, it's a full-blown crisis.
Cassie said that she was the victim of abuse, assault, and at the hands of Diddy.
Katt Williams didn't hold back when addressing these rumors either. You think these tapes are just gonna stay locked away forever? He quipped during a recent stand-up set. Nah, man, those tapes are the golden ticket. And trust me, when they come out, it's gonna be a wrap for half of Hollywood. But let's bring it back to Katt for a moment. What makes his role in this saga so fascinating is that he's not just an outsider looking in. He's been in the industry for decades, and he's seen firsthand how the game is played. He's also been burned by it, which gives him a unique perspective and, some would say, a personal vendetta. Whether he's motivated by a genuine desire to expose the truth or by a need to settle old scores, one thing is clear: Katt Williams isn't letting up anytime soon.
A U.S. judge has ruled that the rapper and producer Sean Diddy Combs will stand trial on federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges in May. He'll be held in prison until then. Sean Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges that he used his business empire to transport women and male workers across state lines to take part in recorded performances. If convicted, he could face a life sentence.
And while Diddy might be the main target right now, Katt's words have cast a much wider net. He's hinted that this is just the beginning, that more names will surface as the investigation unfolds. So where does this leave us? Well, as the legal drama surrounding Diddy continues to unfold, all eyes are on the other players in this twisted Hollywood saga. From Kevin Hart to Leonardo DiCaprio, Ellen DeGeneres, and even Oprah Winfrey, the ripple effects are starting to spread. Katt Williams has lit the match, and now we're all waiting to see who else gets caught in the blaze.
My brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but like just
Here's where things go from messy to downright chaotic. While Diddy is undeniably at the center of the storm, the ripples of his situation are reaching far beyond just him. The fallout has people scrambling, and not just in the music industry. Hollywood elites, big-name actors, comedians, and even daytime TV royalty are all being sucked into the whirlwind of allegations, speculation, and outright panic. And let's be real, it's not every day you see this many stars suddenly getting quiet, going off the grid, or in some cases, literally fleeing the country. Take Leonardo DiCaprio, for example. The man is practically synonymous with Hollywood royalty. He's an Oscar winner, an environmental advocate, and let's not forget, the king of yacht parties with Victoria's Secret models. But now, people are raising eyebrows at his sudden disappearance from the US. Just as news of the Diddy drama started heating up, Leo made his way to Italy. At first, it seemed like just another one of his standard European getaways. But the timing. A little too convenient if you ask some people. Rumors are swirling that this isn't just a vacation. Some believe Leo might be putting some serious distance between himself and the chaos back in the States.
Hello, Sean Diddy Combs. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. Do you like being scared?
Now, why would someone like Leonardo DiCaprio feel the need to step away? Well, let's not forget that Leo and Diddy have crossed paths more times than most of us can count. Over the years, Diddy has mentioned Leo as one of his closest friends in the industry, even calling him the #1 person on his party guest list. And we all know Diddy's parties aren't your average Hollywood affairs. But here's where things get even sketchier. Remember when Leo was tied to that massive international financial scandal involving the Malaysian fund? Yeah, the same one that allegedly helped fund his hit movie, The Wolf of Wall Street. Well, word on the street is that some of Diddy's finances might have similar connections. Could Leo's decision to hop across the pond have something to do with wanting to stay out of the crossfire? It's hard to say, but with all the whispers about hidden tapes and dirty money, you can't help but wonder.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
And speaking of people distancing themselves, let's talk about Ellen DeGeneres. For years, Ellen was the queen of daytime TV, known for her dance moves, her friendly banter, and her star-studded guest list. But her name is now being dragged into this mess too. Ellen and Diddy have a long history, with Diddy appearing on her show over a dozen times. In fact, some of their interviews have resurfaced recently, and let's just say they haven't aged well. Diddy openly joked about his wild parties during those interviews. And Ellen, she laughed right along with him, even teasing about how she'd heard all about the after parties that took place in Diddy's hotel suites. At the time, it all seemed like harmless fun. Now, though, those clips are being re-examined in a much darker light.
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that?
What's even more suspicious is that Ellen herself has suddenly gone radio silent. Just days after news of Diddy's legal troubles broke, reports surfaced that Ellen had left the country. Coincidence? Maybe. But some people are pointing out that Ellen's own image has been under scrutiny over the past few years, from allegations about a toxic work environment on her show to the mysterious circumstances surrounding the passing of her longtime DG, Stephen Twitch. Boss, Ellen has faced her share of controversies. And now, with her long-standing connection to Diddy being brought back into the spotlight, it's hard not to question whether there's more to the story.
I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Let's take a moment to talk about Twitch, though, because his story has left fans heartbroken and full of questions. Twitch was a beloved figure, known for his infectious energy and incredible talent. So when the news of his passing surfaced in late 2022, it shocked everyone. The official story was that it was a personal decision related to past challenges, but many fans have never fully accepted that explanation. Twitch seemed happy and full of life, posting dance videos and spending time with his family just days before. And here's where things get even more unsettling. Some people now believe that Twitch might have been under pressure or even blackmailed. While there's no direct evidence connecting him to Diddy, rumors are swirling that Twitch might have known something, either about Diddy or others in Hollywood's inner circle.
Yeah. So I almost selfishly held on to it for myself. And then my gut reaction, I just started reading it over and over and over again. I was reading the title.
What's raising even more eyebrows is the fact that Twitch wasn't just a DJ. He was a key figure in the entertainment ecosystem. Working alongside Ellen for years, he had access to some of the most powerful names in Hollywood. Sources close to the situation have speculated that Twitch may have overheard or witnessed things that could implicate major players in the industry. Whether it's tied to Diddy's infamous parties or something else entirely, people are now questioning what secrets he might have taken with him. And let's not forget, Ellen threw some of the biggest celebrity gatherings herself. Could Twitch have been caught in the crossfire between Hollywood's elites? Adding fuel to the fire, Ellen's close relationship with Diddy has been scrutinized for years. Behind the scenes, it's been said that Diddy often used Ellen's platform to soften his public image. Multiple interviews on her show featured Diddy brushing off rumors about his extravagant lifestyle and questionable behavior, with Ellen playing along as if it were all a big joke. But with the resurfacing of those interviews, fans are pointing out how awkward some of those moments actually were. One clip in particular, where Diddy jokes about hosting after parties in his suite, has people wondering, what really went on after the cameras stopped rolling?
And I've said this before, but we feel this much pain because we feel so much love.
And then there's the mysterious note reportedly left by Twitch, which law enforcement sources initially claimed referenced past challenges. While the details of that note remain under wraps, fans have speculated it could contain information about the pressures he faced in the industry. Some have even drawn connections to the recent revelations about hidden cameras and secret recordings allegedly tied to Diddy's parties. If Twitch had knowledge of these alleged recordings, it raises even more questions about what Hollywood insiders knew and who might have wanted to keep those details buried. Twitch's story, while tragic, seems to be yet another thread in this tangled web of secrets.
Stephen was an incredible father, an incredible husband, and we shared in something so special.
What's even stranger is the timing of Twitch's passing in relation to Ellen's show wrapping up. Ellen has always spoken highly of Twitch, calling him family, but the mystery surrounding his final days has many wondering if there was more going on behind the scenes. Allegations that he might have been tied to information about certain parties or events have fueled speculation, especially now that the Diddy scandal is bringing so many buried secrets to the surface.
Like, our love was so real, and it was so loud and beautiful.
And just when you think the story couldn't get any bigger, Katt Williams pulls another wild card out of his deck. During one of his recent interviews, Katt threw none other than Oprah Winfrey into the mix. Yep, You heard that right. Oprah, the queen of media, the billionaire philanthropist, the woman who can do no wrong in the eyes of millions. According to Katt, though, Oprah's squeaky clean image might not be as spotless as it seems. He didn't hold back, calling her one of the biggest villains in Hollywood and questioning her true motives. Now, that's a bold claim, but when you look at some of Oprah's past connections, it does make you pause.
Want for him is something that he really deserves, because he deserves to be remembered as the beautiful man that he was and he still is. And
take her long-standing friendship with Harvey Weinstein, for example. Oprah has been photographed with Weinstein countless times, and their relationship goes back decades. While many people in Hollywood distanced themselves from Weinstein after his scandals came to light, Oprah's reaction was noticeably muted. Sure, she released a few statements, but she never fully addressed the fact that she had been one of his closest allies in the industry. And let's not forget her involvement in the controversial Michael Jackson documentary, where she seemed all too eager to shine a spotlight on allegations against him, despite the fact that he could no longer defend himself. Compare that to her silence on Weinstein, and it's hard not to wonder if Oprah picks and chooses when to hold people accountable.
And people get caught up in the illusion of Hollywood. People really get caught up in this.
But here's where it gets even more interesting. Katt didn't just stop at Oprah's Hollywood connections. He even hinted at what he called her double life, questioning why she's been so secretive about her personal relationships. He brought up her close friendship with Gayla King, asking why the two haven't made their bond official despite decades of rumors. Whether you agree with Katt or not, his comments have reignited discussions about Oprah's true role in Hollywood and whether she's been protecting certain people over the years. As all of these threads start to intertwine, one thing is becoming clear. This isn't just about Diddy anymore. What started as one man's legal troubles is rapidly turning into a web of interconnected scandals, with some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry caught in the crossfire. From Leonardo's sudden retreat to Ellen's silence, Twitch's mystery, and Oprah's questionable alliances, it feels like Hollywood is teetering on the edge of a major reckoning.
Now, to the latest on the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs. This one has so many people talking. The disgraced music mogul facing federal racketeering, conspiracy, and trafficking charges. Both the prosecution and defense teams are set to discuss the next phase of action following the indictment as investigators work to determine potential co-conspirators. But how exactly did we get here?
As the curtain falls on this chapter of Hollywood's wildest drama, we're left with more questions than answers. What do you think? Is Katt Williams truly a truth teller, or is there more to his motives? And how deep does this scandal really go? Could Oprah's involvement change everything we know about Hollywood's inner circle? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more juicy updates on this unfolding saga. Until next time, stay tuned and stay curious.